I have just bought the Ed and Lorraine Warren's home and occult museum with my very good friend Elton Castee.
It started as a simple announcement on social media. No buildup, no warning. Just Matt Rife.
Elton Castee. If you guys have ever seen any of the Conjuring films, the Annabelle films, or even Amityville Horror,
Standing in front of a camera, casually telling millions of followers he had bought one of the most haunted houses in America.
Amityville Horror, this is the home that inspired all of those stories.
Alongside YouTuber Elton Castee, Rife is now the co-owner of Ed and Lorraine Warren's former Connecticut home, the very house where the couple stored their legendary Occult Museum collection. Inside are over 750 objects tied to real paranormal investigations, cursed paintings, possessed relics, ritual tools, even items from exorcisms. And then there's Annabelle. Locked behind glass for decades, the doll has been called the most dangerous object in the paranormal world. The Warrens claim she was so dangerous that even touching her case could lead to disaster. Now, she's part of Rife's new business venture. In his announcement, Rife called it the most important piece of paranormal history in the world. He revealed plans to let the public stay overnight, tour the artifacts, and even participate in ghost hunts. To his fans, it was unexpected. To the horror community, it was alarming. To outsiders, Annabelle might look like just a vintage doll, but in the paranormal world, she's a legend and a warning. According to the Warrens' files, Annabelle was given to a young nursing student in the 1970s. Soon after, strange events began. The doll allegedly moved on its own, left handwritten notes, scratched people who visited. A priest who once mocked her reportedly crashed his car after leaving the museum. The case around her carries a sign in bold red letters, "Positively do not open." And she's not alone. The museum's other items include a satanic idol from the woods of Connecticut, a coffin used in black magic rituals, and a shadow doll said to cause nightmares. To paranormal experts, these aren't souvenirs. They're dangerous. So when Rife announced plans to open the museum to overnight guests, many felt he was crossing a sacred boundary, turning what they see as a place of containment into a tourist attraction. The controversy isn't just about ghosts, it's about trust. Rife isn't stepping into the paranormal world with a spotless record. In early 2023, influencer Brooke Schofield accused him of dating multiple women at once, and even shared that she'd joined a group chat with several of them to compare stories. Then came November 2023. His Netflix special Natural Selection opened with a domestic violence joke implying women deserve a black eye if they can't cook.
I've only been to Baltimore one time. I ate lunch there, and the hostess who seats you at the restaurant had a black eye.
The joke landed badly, especially with his largely female fan base.
And we couldn't get over the fact that we're like, this is the face of the company? This is who you have greeting people? And my boy who I was with was like, yeah, I feel bad for her, man. I feel like they should put her in the kitchen or something. And I was like, yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye. So...
Instead of apologizing, Rife doubled down, posting a sarcastic apology link to a site selling special needs helmets. Critics called it ableist, dismissive, and self-sabotaging. So when news broke that this same comedian was now the caretaker of the most infamous haunted doll in history, the reaction was swift and harsh. For some, the fear isn't superstition, it's pattern recognition. Not long ago, paranormal investigator Dan Rivera, who toured with Annabelle, was found dead in his hotel room.
Represent Ed's original case. I added a couple extra things for our protection as
authorities reported no foul play.
Well, your protection when you come to the Paracon to view Annabelle. So on top, you see a crucifix on the top.
But in the horror community, whispers spread. Annabelle's curse had struck again. Whether you believe it or not, the timing was enough to deepen her legend. And now, with Rife taking over as caretaker, some fear history could repeat itself. Only this time, the world will be watching every move. The moment Rife announced the purchase, social media exploded. Comedy to tragedy in one move. Who's in charge of your money? Don't touch anything. Some users predicted he'd be possessed. Others just expressed genuine concern. Even celebrities weighed in. Jersey Shore's Snooki posted a TikTok mocking the idea of renting the Warren house as an Airbnb. Pauly D summed it up in one word: wild. The consensus? Fans are watching with morbid curiosity, half expecting something to go wrong. To some, this move seems random,
those prayers
but to
allow the
longtime
evil
followers,
to only go
it
so
fits
far,
a pattern.
and it stops it. It encases it.
Rife has been in
from going
multiple
farther.
YouTube videos
That's why people say,
exploring
why don't you get
haunted
rid of the doll?
houses. He's gone on ghost hunts. He's posted about his fascination with the supernatural. But even seasoned investigators warn, there's a difference between visiting a haunted location for content and becoming the legal guardian of the objects inside it. One is entertainment, the other is responsibility. For decades, the Warrens' approach was strict containment. Items were blessed by priests, sealed behind glass, and never handled unnecessarily. Rife's plan changes that. By opening the house for overnight stays, guests will be near the artifacts for hours at a time. Some believe even proximity can have consequences. To critics, this is a shift from preservation to profit. And in the paranormal world, disrespect has a way of getting noticed. Over the next 5 years, Rife and Castee plan to run the property as part museum, part paranormal Airbnb. Visitors will be able to stay overnight, investigate the house, and explore the artifacts. For horror fans, it's a dream. For skeptics, it's marketing. For the superstitious, it's playing with fire. The story that has everyone warning Matt Rife? Years ago, according to the Warrens, a young man visited the museum and mocked Annabelle, banging on her glass case. He was asked to leave. On his motorcycle ride home, he lost control. He died instantly. It's tales like this, part fact, part folklore, that make critics uneasy about Rife's new role. Because curse or coincidence, some patterns are too chilling to ignore. So here's the question. Would you spend the night in Annabelle's house, knowing her history, or do you think Matt Rife's critics are overreacting? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more stories where celebrity meets controversy, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Because in this business, the scariest stories are the ones that turn out to be true.